Anderson, I want to bring in Evan Perez right now. Evan, you got some new reporting about what the congressman just mentioned, where the shooter was located. Give us the information that you're getting.
Right, Wolf. Well, what we know is, the location where you saw Elena Train reporting just a little while ago, that's the location, that's the building to the right of where the former president, to his right, where the former president, when he was standing, that's the building where law enforcement believes the shooter was firing those multiple shots that the Secret Service says were fired toward the former president. Now, we have video that we can share, that we can show from somebody who was at the scene there and was taking video of. Okay, I'm told that we're about to get that in there, but there's video, Wolf, that shows the top of that, the rooftop of that building. That's where the alleged shooter, the suspected shooter, is believed to have fired the multiple shots that went toward the former president and the stage there. Again, this is, there's varying estimates out there, but it looks very, very close. Right outside the venue, would have been right outside where the Secret Service does screening for anyone who goes inside the rally. So again, we're talking probably the distance of about a football field and a half from where the alleged shooter, the suspected shooter, was on that rooftop, and where it appears that's where the people who were attending the rally could clearly see the body of that person down after the counter snipers from the Secret Service immediately took action and shot and killed him. So that's what we believe, that's what law enforcement at this point believes. That's what the order of events. That's where the alleged shooter, the suspected shooter, was standing or was firing from. Again, very short distance, very close distance to the venue where the former president was speaking for just about 6 or 7 minutes. Now, that raises some very, very, very big questions, of course, for the Secret Service. Okay, we now, I'm told we can show this video now, again, shot by one of the attendees at the rally. You can see the person there on the rooftop. This is after the Secret Service, it appears, has already shot and killed this person. They're down on that rooftop. That's where Elena Train is seeing that huge, huge police presence right now. There's every law enforcement agency that you can imagine is at that scene trying to collect some of the evidence. She saw as well, Elena also saw an ambulance there. So it appears, again, as part of the crime scene investigation, all of that is being done as we speak, Wolf. And so what we see there in that video is the moments after the counter snipers from the Secret Service take action and take out the alleged shooter, the suspected shooter, who again is firing from that elevated position, that rooftop that is just outside of where the rally was taking place. Again, not a very, very short, not a long distance at all, and it'll raise some very important questions for the Secret Service and the protocols that were being taken before this rally. We've been to all of these events, Wolf, and we've always seen Secret Service, local SWAT teams secure every elevated position that could possibly be where someone could take a shot at the person who is being protected. And so the question that will emanate from this today is what was done to try to secure those positions that are outside of the rally. Wolf?
Yeah, because normally you would think that they would be watching an elevated spot like that, but sadly, clearly someone missed that spot right there, and the shooter shot those bullets.
Wolf, I will say real quick, one last thing I will say. I mean, there is from additional video that is out there that shows the Secret Service. They are also at an elevated position, so they clearly had visibility and could take that person out quickly once they fired those shots. I mean, they acted extremely quickly, so they did the right thing once those shots were fired. Obviously, they acted after the shots were fired already. Wolf?
And very quickly, Evan, do we have any sense at all, given the distance from that elevated rooftop over to where the former president was speaking,
right,
what kind of weapon was used to fire those bullets?
Again, we only know from some of the eyewitnesses who've told police that they believe it was a rifle, a long rifle. We don't know what kind of rifle, and that's something that you have ATF there at the scene. They're going to be doing a trace, Wolf, of that firearm to see where it was where it was purchased, whether this person bought it, who bought it, and where, how long ago that happened. Again, as part of this investigation that is now ongoing.
Our Elena Treen is on the scene for us. Evan, stand by. We'll get back to you. She's getting more information. What else are you learning, Elena?
Well, Wolf, I'm told, I actually just spoke with a police officer who's on the scene here tonight. They say that this building behind me is the one where the shooter was on the roof here behind me. I know that Evan's law enforcement sources have confirmed that as well. Now, to the left of that building from my location, actually on the stage, it was to the right of Donald Trump's right shoulder, over Trump's right shoulder. That is where the shots were coming from, the officer on the ground told me. Now, you can see there's still a heavy police presence here. As I had said earlier, there were at least a dozen police cars around this area. We immediately came over here to ask about what the heavy police presence was for. And like I said, a police officer on the ground confirmed to me that, yes, this is where the shooter was, on the roof. We're still getting additional details, but as you can see, the fence here, there's a fence around the perimeter where the stage and the rally was. This building is outside of that fence. It's definitely higher than the fence. You can see that the fence doesn't go that high. There is a red building, and I'm not sure if you can see it on our camera here. There's a red building to the right of the stage. That is where the snipers, I had saw them myself on the ground when I was inside the rally. The snipers were on top of the building, and that's where they were able to immediately respond to the shooter in real time. But you can see, I mean, it's very dark now. It obviously wasn't earlier today. You can see here, though, just how close this building is to the actual rally venue and the stage itself where Donald Trump was speaking earlier very briefly.